Well, what do we have here? Once again, we got a new plane in GeoFS. Except it's not one plane, it's two planes, even though it's really similar planes. And those two planes that I'm talking about are the A340 500 and the A340 600. We already had the A340 600, however, that model has been outdated for years, so it was time to get a new model. And thanks to SAMU 12, we have a new A340 600 model as well as an A340 500. As you can see, it's a community contributed plane, so it doesn't have the best quality, but for now the model seems pretty good. By the way, if you have the livery selector like me, the A340 500 is not on the livery selector, however the 600 is on the livery selector. And if you want to fly the 600, then you need to be careful here in the aircraft tab because you don't want to accidentally click the old A340 version, which is this one. And as you can see, it's glitched because I'm using the 4.0 version. So you have to make sure that it says by SAMU 12 in order to use the new A340 600. And because these two planes were made by the same person, the models are pretty much the same, except for the fact that one of them is clearly longer than the other. Now, as I said earlier, the quality is not perfect with these community contributed planes. So the cockpit, as you can see, yeah, it basically looks like it was made in the early 2000s. But that's still okay because I've never seen a plane by SAMU 12, which means that these are the first aircraft made by them. So I guess congrats on Nikola plane for GFS. Although honestly, I've seen worse cockpits than this one, but this one is still kind of alright. It's mid, but it's kind of alright. And if you look over here, you can see instructions on how to fly, which I mean, we all know the basic controls on how to fly in GFS, but here we have some advice on how to fly the A340. Then, as you can see, it has no interior, of course, because it's community contributed. And regarding the cameras, it has a co-pilot camera, a landing gear camera, some wing cameras, and a tail camera. That's a good variety of cameras. And this time, we do have an animation. So if you look right here, if I press X, the cargo door opens. And this is the only animation on the A340 600 as well as the 500. And now for the test flight, because we have two planes, I'm wondering which one I should choose. They might have similar physics, but the A340 600 is much longer than the 500, so they might fly a bit differently than the 500. So I think let's just do a short test flight for both. Oh, and what I haven't done yet is you have to check the sound of the engines, which I've actually already done, and it's just the default A380 and A350 engine sound. So unfortunately we have no new engine sound. But anyways, let's take off with the A340. Okay, you can't see it right now, but I'm pressing the left key, which means we should turn left. Although, well, it's true we're turning left, but you saw earlier for a moment that we were facing to the right for some reason, and also we are turning kind of slowly. Although I guess it's because this is a pretty large aircraft. I mean, what's its wingspan? It's like 60 or 70 meters, I think. That's pretty wide, but I think even the A380 can turn faster. This is taking forever. Although, other than that, I'm not really seeing any problems while flying. And now I'm trying the rudder. I don't know if this is realistic, but it looks like it's turning a lot. Or probably because I'm putting too much rudder input. Okay, now we're gonna try the A340 500 and let's see if it turns better. We are turning incredibly slow. I think the physics are exactly the same, which makes sense because this was made by the same person. So again, I don't know if it really turns this slow in real life, but if it doesn't turn this slow, yeah, maybe try to fix it. Because for me, this is really slow. It's taking forever. Okay, and now let's try to land the back at the airport because this is basically a butter machine. I mean, I bet you've seen the landing gear. You can do butter landings with this thing, just like the A330, because well, the A330 is basically the same as the A340, but with two engines instead of four. So as I say, let's try to land at the airport. This is so bad at turning that even with the autopilot, it can't even line up with the runway properly. And I know the automated approach sometimes doesn't work very well in GeoFS, but this is one of the worst approaches I've seen. I have no other option but to do the manual approach. I think we're more aligned with that taxiway than we are with the runway. Yeah, I think that strong rudder might help us here. Okay, no, we have to abort that landing. We have to go around. Okay, we have another proof of the A340 turning extremely widely because I set the autopilot to head 90 degrees, which is all the way east, but as you can see, it turned facing like the northeast, and now it's turning again towards the east. Yeah, this is how bad this plane turns. And now it turned too much to correct that, so now it's turning southeast. This approach might be kinda long, but we will see. Okay, we're doing our second approach, and this one is also basically shit like the other one. Honestly, I don't know what's worse, this A340 or the Google Earth flight sim. And yeah, looks like we can't even align properly. I guess we have to land on the grass, because we kinda have no other option. Usually most of the stuff I have to say about the new GFS aircraft is good, but this one has by far the worst physics of any aircraft that I've reviewed so far in this channel. I don't know if it was like that in real life or if it's because it was just coded like that by the person who made the plane. So Samu, I don't know if you're watching this, but if you're watching this, you might need to check if the physics of the A340s are good because they don't seem very good to me. So just check if they're realistic because I don't know if they are. To me, they don't look like they're realistic, but just try to fix them if you can. Because the turns this thing makes are so wide, it's basically unflyable. Other than that, this plane is kind of mid. It's just the average community contributed plane. There's really nothing that stands out about it. So that means I guess I have to end the video here because I have nothing else to say. So if you enjoyed this video, you have to subscribe, like the video, and most importantly, you have to join my Discord server because this server is kind of dead. It only has 52 members, and most of the new members that join are spam accounts. That's why I had to introduce a new verification system. And it's really sad that this server is empty because it's got a lot of things. It's not just for geeks and people who watch my videos, because it's got a lot of channels for people with different interests. For example, we got art, model planes, Lego, we even got trains, food and animals. And if more people join, I'm actually considering making a couple more of text channels for a couple of more things. This server has everything but people, because if it had people it would be so fun. But for now the server is basically dead until you join this server, which you will. I know you will join this server. Anyway, see you on the next video. Bye.